Hi and welcome to RCKicks. On today's show we're out in the freezing cold, rainy, wet English weather. Why? Because I'm going to run this big bad boy, a 1/8 Hobao Hyper VS. I'll put a link below to all the specifications of what's in this little puppy, but let's just say it's pretty quick and bang for buck fantastic. So let's see if I can not break it, and we'll do a few speed runs on the tarmac and then we're going to take it onto the loose gravel and see how it goes. Wish me luck. It's going to be fun, whatever. So we're zeroed out. Let's see how quick it is. So we're at 39 mile an hour. So we did 39 mile an hour. Well, I was expecting a bit more than that, but it runs nice and solid and planted. So what we're going to do now is take it onto the gravel and see if we can throw up some stones. The weather's got even worse and I want to jump this, but I can't find any way to launch it. It would be brilliant to do a jump across this, but there's no ramps or anything. I can't make it work and I am soaking wet. So we'll keep looking for some more cool places to ride. Yeah, but I think I'm going to call this soon because it's bloody sit it down. I don't know, those field reporters have got no backbone. A bit of rain and they're, I need to come inside, I don't want to do any more filming. So sorry, that's about as much running footage as I could get for you today of the Hobao Hyper VS. So let's do a quick dive into the prices and what I've got underneath my body. Yes, not this one, because you wouldn't want to do that, no. Right, so to pick up a 1/8 Hobao Hyper VS, now they do a petrol version and they do a full ready to run version, but the one I was interested in was the roller because I wanted to save as much money as possible because getting into 1/8 scale is expensive, super expensive. So I didn't have the budget, so I hunted around to find the best bang for buck I could, and that was this, which was a roller 80% built, so you still got to paint the body up, put your motor, your ESC and all that kind of stuff in it. Now the current version is the VSE, which is slightly different to this older version. I'm not sure off the top of my head what the difference between the VS and the VSE is. I'll have a quick scour on the internet and see if I can find out. I'll put it below if I manage to find out what's different, whether it's got a different diff in it or different uprights, or it's going to be small changes anyway. Now I did find them online between £204 to £222. But the cheaper ones tended to be out of stock, so you've got to take that with a pinch of salt. But I found one that's actually in stock right now you can buy, and that was £222, and that was from Euro RC. So do shop around a little bit if you're looking for a roller rig, because they do vary in price a little bit. Now, the motor that you're going to put in it, you need to get something reasonably beefy because these are heavy, big metal chassis, and you obviously want it to go with a little bit of oomph. If you're looking at 40 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour, you know, that kind of oomph, you need a pretty decent brushless motor. So the one that I've got in here was a budget brushless motor. Now they don't really make it anymore, so I had to look for the exact modern version of the same thing, really. From the same manufacturer in the same KV, and it's called SKYRC TORO X8 Pro V2 1/8, and there's two versions, a 2150 or 2350 kV. Now I've got a 2150 kV in this. Prices didn't seem to be difference between the two, so you pick whichever one you want, and they were retailing at £52 and 3p, and that will give you a buggy that absolutely shifts. Yes. Now to run that you need a pretty decent electronic speed controller. I had mine already, so I didn't have to go and purchase one, and that was a Hobbywing EZRUN Max 10 SCT, which is a really high quality, really good electronic speed controller, and that was £66.42. But you have got options to get cheaper that will run that motor. So if I was on a real tight budget and I didn't have that, I would have gone to a different electronic speed controller, but there's many out there, so you have to hunt around. But you could probably get an electronic speed controller for about £35 that would run that, but I just happen to have that, so there you go. Next, the servo. Again, I had a steering servo lying around that was perfect for this, and it's a Banggood special, and I'm going to read this out to you. It's an SPT5632W-160 servo. I wish they'd sort their naming out. Jesus Christ. It's a 32 kg Coreless, a large torque servo, and they're £23.72. Now, if I was going to race this, or I was looking to have something a little bit more upmarket, I'd probably spend a little bit more on a servo, not because of the power but the responsiveness and the speed of it. But for what I do with a bit of gravel driving and things like that, what you've just watched, it's perfectly acceptable, waterproof, and it's just cheap as chips for £23. Right, now to power it, I bought a dedicated battery for this car. But if you've got 2S lipos that you use in your 1/10, if you've got two of them, then you can just get one of these and save yourself a lot of money and don't buy a battery. And then you just run two 2Ss as a 4S. But I was too lazy to make sure that I've got to charge two batteries up all the time to run this rig. So I bought a dedicated battery just for this, which is a 4S. It's a power plant, 5000 milliamp. 14.8 volts, 45C, and that was £58.89. So yeah, you could save yourself a good £50 to £60 on that one. One thing I've done already to upgrade on this is I've changed the tyres. Now the tyres that come on this and the rims that come with it are fine, but I wanted something for more gravel, dirt, so I went with the ProLine Badlands. These ones I couldn't find anymore, but I found a version that's slightly different, so I guess they've done an update to these tyres and rims. And they're ProLine Badlands MX, and they're 1.60 by 4.58. So you can pick them up. They are a bit expensive, so obviously this is something you can add later, you don't have to do it at the time. And they come in at £46.18 for 4. That's tyres and rims because they're all glued on for you, which I like that because it means they're glued on properly and there's no mess and they look professional. And when you're running this kind of power, you want to make sure your tyres stay on your rims. So in total, we are looking at, with the upgrades and the battery, £469.51, which is still a lot of money. But if you don't buy the battery, you can knock another 50 off, so you're getting down to like £410. You don't have to buy the tyres, so you can knock another £45. So you can kind of get to £360 with a running rig. Obviously you have to have a charger, but if you've got 1/10, then you probably can charge lipos. So charging a 4S lipo, you don't need a dedicated different charger to what you've already got. So personally, I think quality and price, fantastic. I've been blasting this around and I've crashed it many times, and even the hard rear wing, I'm amazed this isn't just completely ripped off. It's so heavy, when you see it flying through the air, you think it's just going to smash itself to pieces. Now obviously if you go zooming it over skate ramps and jumping it 30 foot in the air, you're going to damage it eventually. It depends how hard you lean on it, but if you're just blasting around, as it is, it's fantastic. But there is lots of parts available to upgrade this, which is another good thing if you're looking to get into this. Replacement parts are available.
So there you go. So it's just a bit of a look at my Hobao 1/8. Anyway, thanks very much. Please like and subscribe, and if you'd like to support the channel, head over to Patreon, RCKicks. I'll put it below. I'll see you on the next one, and let's just hope the weather improves. Winter's coming. See you soon. Check out one of these videos for some more RC fun.